Thank you for joining us today, and we are very excited to introduce you to our featured author, Mary Wong. My name is Gail Watson. I'm President and CEO of Women Speakers Association. What I'd love to share with you about Mary is that she is part of the book Voices of the 21st Century. This book serves as an opportunity for women from around the world to come together to share their voice with a powerful and passionate message to make a difference in the lives of others. It's done by one woman simply stepping up into her truth to be vulnerable and transparent. And I know this takes a tremendous amount of courage, which is why as more of us rise up to use our voice to educate, guide, and inspire, we must support one another by both listening and sharing to each other's stories. So without further ado, I'd love to introduce you to the lovely Mary Wong. Welcome, Mary.
Hi, Gail. How are you? Well, good morning.
Awesome. Good to see you. And you're looking fabulous. So I love your story in the book. It's a powerful one, and I'd love to really dive in so that our listeners can get to know you. First off, would love to know what inspired you or motivated you to share this story.
My story's called It Starts With You, and it's about how quite often we as women, and I'm very guilty of this, forget to look after ourselves because we're so busy out there nurturing other people and helping other people. And, you know, particularly those of us who are here because we feel like we've got a mission. We feel like we're giving, and we forget sometimes to look after ourselves. For me, that played out in a whole lot of different ways. There were times when, well, there was one particular time that I share in the book where I actually forgot my child's birthday. It wasn't my child's birthday party, but a birthday party that my child had been invited to. And of course, my child was terribly distressed about that. And that was my moment of going, oh my God, I'm a terrible mother, which isn't true. But it's the sort of thing that comes out from within us when we realize that we've overwhelmed ourselves to the point where we're just not functioning properly and we're not able to give to others the way that we want to because we've exhausted ourselves so much.
Wow, just when you said that, forgetting your child's birthday. Isn't it interesting, our self-talk, how destructive it can be to us? I know this story that you share in this Voices of the 21st Century. We had another edition in 2019 that you also shared a very powerful story. And how do those two stories link?
The story that I shared in the Voices to the Bold, Brave and Brilliant Women Who Make a Difference was a very pivotal story from my life. From when I was a young child, I was 11 years old at the time, and I was threatened. My life was threatened with guns by someone who told me he was going to kill me if I couldn't find a pair of shoes that he'd hidden. From that story, after that happened, in the aftermath, I was told that I had lied about what had happened. And that not being believed left me to feel like my voice had no value, like I had no value, that I didn't have anything important to share with the world, and who I was didn't actually matter. So it really negated my own sense of self-worth. I went forward with my life trying desperately to prove my worth and my value. And in doing that, I constantly self-sabotaged. One of the biggest things that in that whole journey, it took about 30 years before finally it culminated in me actually becoming suicidal. And in that space of feeling suicidal, I also at one moment, one very, very dark moment, thought, no one will be here to look after my children. I'll have to take them with me. And that was the moment that sent me running for help. And again, it wasn't about me. It was because I desperately didn't want to hurt my own children. It wasn't myself that I was doing it for. So part of the learning that I've had to have since then is to integrate that care of self and that valuing of self throughout every aspect of my life. Moving forward from there, I became a huge people pleaser. I was desperate to feel good about who I was and what I was doing in life. And I really believe that I'm here to make a difference. I believe all of us are here to make a difference. And I really, really believe that I'm here to make a difference. So when I went forward in my life, people pleasing to make a difference, I was giving to the point of exhaustion. And that's how it all sort of follows. All of our stories tie together and follow, and it's that snowball effect of one thing growing on another, on another, on another. And I had to take conscious action to stop that pattern from continuing, because it got pretty much as bad as it could get for me along that journey there.
Wow. You really share your soul, your heart. It's very vulnerable and very brave of you to do so. So thank you for that very much, because it is a gift, and that gift you are giving to the readers. What do you want them to get out of these stories?
Well, particularly women, we do it more than men. We feel that we have to give to everyone. We're the nurturers, we're the carers, we're the ones who seem to keep their finger on the pulse of everything that's happening. And especially with the children, we try to coordinate our children's, our husbands, those of us who are in business, our business as well, our mission in life. We try to balance all of it, and we forget to look after us. The thing is that if we don't look after us, we end up with nothing left to give. So the thing that I really want the reader to get out of it is the understanding that, they have to look after themselves. And at the end of my chapter, I share a little process. It's just my little fabulous 5 that I use as almost as a ritual in my life to keep me focused and centered and remembering to look after me. And it makes such a difference to my ability to help others. And that's my Fab 5 of, I meditate, I take alone time, I schedule alone time, I schedule prayer, I schedule fun and play. Those 5 things are the things that make such a difference for me and help me be able to really give. And I get to give so much more wholeheartedly than what I could before, because it's really hard to keep giving when you feel like you've been used up. So look after you. Find your Fab 5. Those are my Fab 5. Your Fab 5 might be different, but those are my Fab 5 that really, for me, make the difference in being able to move forward with energy, with passion, with power, and to make that difference that I want to make in the world. And I love what I do.
Oh, you are an amazing woman. So what is it that you do? Because I would love to know how these gifts are playing through your life right now.
Well, what I do is I help other people to step up. My business is centered around helping people who have a mission, people who have a belief that they're here to make a difference, to help them to step up into that space of leadership and drive that mission forward. I primarily work on speaking and leadership. So I train people in how to speak comfortably and confidently, get their message across, how to structure that message in a way that people understand, so that they can actually really make it work and really connect deeply with the people they want to connect with and make their mission come to fruition.
Mary, you're amazing. I know people are listening right now, really can relate with you too. And I know that you're offering really some amazing gifts to them just with your words. So again, thank you for just being so open and sharing your heart. It is what makes a difference. So now with that, I know there are probably people going, I need to read her story. And yes, you do. Not only do you need to read her story, but I'm almost thinking that if we think about somebody in our lives today that may need to read this story, who may also be struggling in a place that could use this inspiration, this hope. This would be an awesome gift for them. So Mary, where can we get a copy of your book or your books?
Well, yes, because I've actually got 4 books now, which is really exciting. So there's the 2 the Voices of the 21st Century, Volume 2, Bold, Brave and Brilliant Women Who Make a Difference, and Voices of the 21st Century, Volume 3, Powerful, Passionate Women Who Make a Difference. Those 2 books are available on my website. It's www.optimalcoaching.com.au. Don't forget the .au down here in Australia. So they're available there, and I even do a little bundle deal if you're looking to buy both of them at the same time. I'm quite happy to accommodate that with a special offer for you.
Awesome. That's fantastic. You know, Mary, thank you so much. Thank you for being a guest on the show today, but more importantly, thank you for sharing your courage or having the courage to share your story and your truth through these through your words. And before we sign off today, I'm sure you have some words of wisdoms that you could leave our listeners to take away with them today.
Oh, yes, absolutely. My overarching theory in life is above all, be kind. But the thing that most of us forget in our kindness is to be kind to ourselves. If you be kind to yourself first, you will empower yourself with what you need to be constantly kind for other people.
I love that so much. We need that so much. Mary, thank you again for sharing this time with us. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us today. Check out Mary's website, get a copy of her books. What a tremendous gift it would be to give, show that kindness to other, a great time to say thank you to those that are out there right now serving our world, serving our communities. Once again, wherever you are in this world, I wish you a great day. Stay safe, be happy, and we'll talk to you again soon.